Hello everyone, it's me, Carson. And if you've been searching the Evo for hours looking for that perfect sound effect, you can never seem to find it even though the file has 2.50 terabytes of sound effects. It's over 300,000 files and you can't find it, and it's just a single sound effect, and oh my god, they should have freaking everything in this library, but it's not there and you can't find it, and oh my god. Anyway, so I figured, just like the old saying says, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. So today I'm going to be teaching you focus on my finger. Whatever. I'm going to be teaching you how to make your very own sound effects. Now you might be asking yourself, well, Carson, isn't it hard to make sound effects? And to that I say no. It's actually quite simple, and you can do it with most household items. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to do it. Now, like any good project, you start with the pre-production, which in our case is a list. Now you might be asking yourself, what exactly is this list? Well, let me tell you. This list is every single sound effect that will appear in your film, whether it be on screen or off screen. The sound they make when they step on grass, it's on the list. The laser shooting out of the banana, on the list. The laser impact, bam, it's on the list. The thump when they fall into the floor, you guessed it, it's on the list. The other two parts on the list are what materials you need to make the sound effect, as well as where you can find those materials to make said sound effects. For me, I used places like the park we were filming at or at home for most of the materials. The next step in our process is going to be finding a place where you can actually record your sound effects. Normally a small walk-in closet or any type of closet or small enclosed area would work best for this. You also want to make sure there's a carpeted floor because carpet absorbs sound. You also want to make sure that it's a place where you're not going to be interrupted, because otherwise something like this might happen.
Are you in the closet?
Yep.
Is there anything behind the door?
Nope.
How much longer do you need? Oh my god.
Now it's time to actually set up your sound recording area. First, you want to grab some bed sheets, blankets, and towels. Then you're going to use those bed sheets, blankets, and towels to line the walls of the area or any other flat surface in the area you're working in. This is going to prevent the sound when you're recording from reflecting everywhere, creating reverb. After that, you want to lay a towel down on the floor just as extra measure, because we're going to be working with dirt in the future and we don't want to make the closet all messy. So now that your blanket fort of a sound design area has been set up, it's time to actually begin making the sound effects. For the footstep sound effects, or the Foley, you're going to need a plastic bin, some grass and dried leaves that were found on the floor of the area that you were filming in, as well as some potting soil to recreate the ground. You also want to get the same type of shoes that your actors wore when filming. My actors wore flat bottom shoes, so I recreated that using my own pair of flat bottom shoes. Moving on to the laser sound effect. For this sound effect, you're going to need a metal slinky, some form of metal such as car keys or a screwdriver, as well as some rope to tie the slinky. Now onto the setup for the sound effects. For the Foley sound effects, like I said earlier, you have to gather some grass that you found in the location around where you were filming. For the laser sound effect, you start by tying the end of the metal slinky to two light stands or any other object can hold it up so it stretches out. Now back to the footstep Foley, you want to use the potting soil that you grew to fill up the bin. After that, you want to evenly spread out the dirt as well as the leaves on top of that. Finally, back in your blanket fort sound recording area, you want to lay down an exercise pad and put your Foley box on top of that. This is to prevent any reverb that can be created from the floorboards underneath the carpet. Now it's time to talk about your clothes. Now you might be thinking, what do my clothes have to do with sound design? But you'd be surprised, because guess what? Your clothes make sound too, and the mics will pick that up. So when doing sound design, it's preferable to wear things like sweatpants or cotton shirts, no jackets or anything like that, because those are going to make sounds. And we don't want sounds being picked up on our audio. Another important part of your outfit, especially for recording Foley, is taping down your shoelaces, because during the recording of Foley, we don't want to hear your shoelaces clacking around and making extra noise that we don't need. Finally, now that you're all fully dripped out, you're almost ready to start sound recording. There's just one more step. Empty your pockets of anything such like keys and phone, and to prevent any excess noise in the rooms, be sure to turn off all lights, computers, and fans, because they all produce hummings that can get picked up by the microphones. Now, you're finally ready to lock yourself in that closet and start recording. To move on with recording sound effects, it's actually quite simple. All you really do is just play around until you get what you really want. Step in different places, try what you want, try running in the box. For the laser sound effects, try hitting in different locations, move the microphone closer or farther away, and eventually you'll just find what you want. After doing all this, we ended up with this final result. I hope you enjoy.
say my name.
Heisenberg, 2 years ago, you assaulted my village, killed all my friends and my brothers. You murdered my best friend, and now I will show you the same fate. Heisenberg, in the name of my brothers and my sisters, I will kill you here and now!
And this comes to the end of our project. I hope you've enjoyed this video and the presentation. And maybe it might have inspired you to even make your own sound effects or give it a shot. I've been Carson in the Tub, and I'll see you guys later.